So whoever, I don't know, probably need to send email reminders. By now we need to have, very happy to see you. So we need to fill this table as a primary assignment for today.
I'll take the metal organic.
So you do not pursue the interface
No.
that you did in PChem, and you want to do metal organic.
Yeah. But
Okay.
as you said in the email, it most resembles the research.
Okay. Yep, that's fine. Hi there. How are you? So you're fine. You already signed up. Or this. So Christian gives up Polaron formation and goes to
Chiral catalysis.
Fourth from the bottom, I think.
Yeah.
no.
Oh.
No, I'll type something for you.
Oh.
So you will do
You sent me a paper earlier about the water splitting.
water oxidation.
Yeah.
Water oxidation by metal organic complex. The nearby chiral catalyst is also cool, but neither you nor myself are working with it every day.
No.
And it is very short amount of time until the end of semester to learn new stuff. Hi Russell, how are you? So main goal is to fill this table, and we all are practicing freedom and democracy, but records needs to be done at a certain time. So please, oh, hi Diane, how are you? Can you, yeah. So before we start doing anything practical, let's fill the table. So we have an idea what Diane is doing, right? You want to do a small cluster of perovskite. Good. Russell?
I'm going to do chiral.
Huh?
I'm going to do chiral catalysis.
So you have an idea which all of these draw. Excellent. I think our meetings are becoming very popular. I hear the voices from outside of the room. Okay, they're hesitant. So we will complete if anyone else pop up and decide to join. How many of you want to join the? Only him?
Yeah,
okay.
only him.
Okay.
I just was exporting.
Thank you.
Have fun.
Take a seat. So, Rusik, if just take a seat, it is important to select model that you want to describe, but you can tell it to me later.
Sorry,
Model.
oh, okay.
Which object you want to describe computationally? I'll approach you and you'll tell personally to me. So there are several additional skills in complement of the lecture materials that I throw into the labs, but right now we need to take into account time and start calculations for the projects, because main benefit of computational chemistry is that you do not waste time. You launch the job and go into the pub, right? So it's time to launch your jobs for the mini research projects, and today it will be we will not perform as a class, but it will be just individuals sitting there doing their own projects, and I will just walk around and make sure that everything progresses well. So there are two challenges: build atomic model and and start more molecular dynamics. If you were, probably I can bring it up from last lecture. Yes. Come in. It is a little delayed. Okay. So, although we have a variety of projects, everything what we do can be squeezed into the same flowchart diagram, same sequence of operations. So you build the model, then optimize geometry and characterize the relaxed ground state simple configuration, and at the same time you do either heating or you simulate the collision and see how the collision affects properties. Of course, you can do additional things like extracting the barrier, the potential energy profile along the reaction, but we are very limited in time. We have a month at most. And molecular dynamics is most time consuming, so as sooner you start it, as better. Very shortly, you will realize that resources of the cluster where we run are not sufficient, and we will make an effort to use different facility. But let's build models and start simple things on the cluster that we do have at our disposal. Your recent homework, which was successfully completed and submitted by basically everyone, was part of this flowchart diagram, but you were doing the same model, everyone. And some of you were complaining that it takes too long of your precious time. So if you would start drawing model and characterizing ground state right now, there is no doubts in your success, but it will take your precious time. It's better to create, do not forget, each job needs to be run in a separate directory. And you may need to plan how many directories you want, how to name them. It's like a kindergarten. There is no science in this, but if you do not make this effort right now, you will be lost very soon. And you may arrange directories, and first thing is immediately to start heating and, if possible, running molecular dynamics, because sometimes if your system is big enough and you request sufficient amount of steps, it may run for, sometimes it runs for half an hour, sometimes it runs for like a couple of weeks. And if you start it now, it will be ready, it will be cooked by the time we come back next week. Okay? And then we all, and especially myself, will feel more relaxed, and I will share some new material about some auxiliary skills. So if you know what to do, you don't need to listen to me. Just perform well. If you have doubts, I will make circles and stop by everyone and discuss and look at your progress and try to help at my best. Some of you may get emails from me with practical help in a couple of minutes. I was in the middle of it. Okay. More comments? You're good to go. Okay, I can give more comments. If you are looking on molecules or small objects like nanostructures that you know how to draw, you have clear mind about the geometry, you may open Avogadro drawer, which is installed on each of these computers. And if you do not have password, I'll help to log in. And then just draw a molecule and then forward it to the cluster and convert into VASP format and run. Another option is to borrow geometry from X-ray diffraction. And this is not very complicated thing. I will explain it in personal way while walking around. That's it. So prepare individual questions and I will start circling around very soon. Good. So I will tell some, do not listen to me, I will make some personal comments, well, personal related to like work. London?
Yeah.
So you have chosen the interface for photovoltaics, and you can either request help from Aaron to get his model, but it will be boring, it will be repetition. And also email me if you want link to this model. What I suggest you may like to do is to place so this one is the crystalline structure that we were doing in homeworks and in class. Instead of having it is periodic and in X and Y, but there is a vacuum along Z.
Yep.
And then, since you need to pull electrons that are generated upon photoexcitation, you may want to place titanium dioxide. But since lattice periods may mismatch of the crystals, you may select one of the models in form of a small cluster. Here is the gray is the titanium, red is oxygen. It is very close to the surface of the periscope.
Yeah.
Okay?
How do you add bonds? Yeah.
Do not do bonds right now. Just try to run. It is already big enough system, and check if you can get right positioning of the valence and conduction band of these two materials. So before you do bonds, before you do molecular dynamics, do electronic structure of the overall model, then cut one piece and take electronic structure of this one, then cut this one and take electronic structure of this one, and compare. Look at your email.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
I'll discuss more, but I need to quickly go around.
Yeah.
Do you know how to keep like one column always on the screen, no matter if you go to the right?
I've never had to do that.
Freeze panes. Keeps it constant.
This tabs would be easier to models. Something like this. Kind of like this. Yeah, I think so. This one's divided. I don't know if I'm supposed to.
Why do you want to do this?
Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to use this or right now. True.
I mean, okay, but maybe if you want to
Yeah.
simple question. I would say to make them individual and then optimize them.
Okay.
Because if you're trying to make it by hand, obviously it's not worth it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So then you can optimize.
True, and then just combine the XYZ files. Okay.
That would be my first.
Yeah, and that'd be much easier and much quicker.
Unless you know how to use Vesta to make something that looks like that.
I only can make simple structures
Yeah,
and that
same.
stuff.
And it's not too long.
Yeah,
Those are actually really small. It's cool.
yeah. I like that.
So they close to that.
This, silver. No.
Oh, yeah, what's on
That's what. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, olive.
Oh, I can't practice.
Yeah.
Is it just
Yeah. Silicon. I think right now it's sulfur.
How did you call it? Silver nanoparticles covered by what?
I don't know if it's. I just saw two nitrogens in the benzene one, so I thought it was a midazole.
You can make a game. Whoever recognizes the molecule gets a prize.
I had to memorize a lot of them.
I would not be able to recognize the molecule, although, but it is something very related to biology.
That's not a midazole.
This is for you. I'll send you. It's for Dayan. And for regular class attendees, it was one of the homeworks, I think.
What are you trying to do now?
Like one molecule.
Probably better is to make it Investa and then just cut it.
I don't know how to make it invest.
What do you know how to make Investa?
Like FCC, BCC.
Well, how do you know what that is?
It's not FCC, BCC. There's 13. Oh. Yeah.
What you can do is just import that into Gaussian. Add or subtract to certain phases.
This.
Yeah, import that into like Gaussian.
Okay.
And then like move the ligands out and then add to it if you need to make it bigger or something. But I mean, if you don't have to remake it, why would you need to?
I don't know. I have to.
Well, why would you have to remake the same structure?
Sure.
If you had to remake something, you'd have to change. Otherwise, you have that data. So
Yeah.
why waste your time? Oh, hey, that's exactly the error I was getting. animation on
It would be like on physical.
He didn't solve it for me, but wait.
One fifty per hour. Next problem.
Well, go to copy something from his bin.
Okay. Like, what?
Run. Bounce. Okay.
Oh. Okay. Mm-hmm. I thought it didn't matter. Oh. Oh, I see.
Just 2 dots.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for this one to arrive. Now it seems like it's working. Not. I'll give it a minute. Thanks.
Did it work?
Nope.
Down after about 2 seconds. No, it's not like solving something.
Oh, this one's at 2.
Okay. Then, yeah, it didn't solve my problem either.
Oh.
But adding those memory keywords, he said would click on. 'Cause
Okay.
By default, it only requests some nominal amount of memory.
Gotcha.
But I don't know the command, so. I mean, I even tried upping those memory numbers in the script,
And it didn't work.
and it didn't work. Change.
What? I might try mem 3.
Check to see what the difference between the two is.
Doesn't look like anything's different. Or, guess it kind of does. Yeah, one specifies threaded. Ah,
Oh, command.
wait. No, there's the same command.
What is the memory request?
Okay, 404H and 404H.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to ask you about that again.
Go
So
ahead.
you can just tell us both when you get to it.
Yeah.
I'll go to it. Where did you see that error in your outcome?
It was in my vast suite dash killing number dot error.
So we have 3 researchers who are interested in catalysis, right? Russell, Christian, and Braden. So 3 people who will do collisions. So you may talk to each other and learn from each other a lot. So do not look at me now. I'm continuing to help to Daniel for another 5 minutes.
Since this was your presentation. Specify more than one if you want. What does it mean?
I never tried it.
I have no notes that it would go up here. Try to just look at. It's essentially solving for one solution.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know what that would mean, because in that case you want to have like a nearly infinite periodic potential.
So it's not physical.
Yeah.
But what would the output say? Do you know?
I mean, I'm guessing that would run without error, and you could still get like band as a function of energy just for
Would it look
a
reasonable?
finite. What?
Would it look reasonable? Or would it be the same as for one file?
I think it would be reasonable.
My guess was that it would just be the same as for the situation. There would be no change.
I guess what I was thinking is that like you have like instead of, for example, the direct cone going on forever, you just have like one part of that. So you just get the K points from that. So instead of being like,
I don't really know what you're trying to say.
yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say either.
What do you need? You need the exact part and the con card?
Xdat bar and the con card.
Okay.
But it automatically reads in the con card by reading in the Xdat.
For your video?
Yeah, I didn't know how to make Obito read in Xdat.
Oh, you have to convert it to a.
XYZ points.
There's a script to do that.
Does it make a new directory, or does it? And it does each one of the different XYZ points.
No.
One
It's just
XYZ.
one XYZ file that you can import as a movie.
Just one script and it doesn't.
Yeah. Then you get a video that looks like this.
I'm not a big fan of the VMD video.
Yeah, same. Oh, mine's got 6 views.
Cool.
That was just me and YouTube.
Can you see?
It's unlisted, so
you
it
can't
can't be
click on
anyone
it?
else. Huh?
Oh, it's what?
It's unlisted.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When you upload
In a
video,
podcast,
you
is this underscore
specify like private, unlisted, or public. If it's private, no one can see it. Like even you, if you're not logged into your account.
My bad computer. Jesus. Continue. Yeah, okay, so you can list it as private, unlisted, or public.
Yeah, unlisted means if you have the link, you can see it, but if you don't, then you can't.
I wonder what I did.
Fairly public if you didn't change anything.
Yeah. How do you find mine? I don't know where to get.
Click on your picture. My channel.
2 views. I went for 300 femtoseconds.
I went for 500.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. I did it all. Yeah, I started over again, did I tell you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did it all.
How?
Actually, once I got going on it, it wasn't that bad.
Oh.
It was actually really short. It only took me like a couple hours. Because I started all the runs at the same time. Except for the Stokes shift.
Yeah. Yeah, I finished at like 11 o'clock on Monday.
Okay, let's try to tackle this memory thing together.
Yeah. I don't want to break my computer though. Tackle it.
I need to change the
Okay, go into my directory.
Okay.
I'm gonna Facebook it to you.
Oh jeez.
Can you go on Facebook into this laptop? Just
Yeah.
copy it.
This is easier.
Whatever you say now.
There we go.
You're there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's a script called fast1.sh.
Mm-hmm.
Copy that one to your directory and try that one.
Okay.
That's one that you gave me. You just copied it to your own tracer.
Yeah.
Did you change that?
That changed what?
Oh, what you didn't Q sub it, you just dot slash.
Oh. Right.
Jake?
I don't have a batch file. PBS script, that's what it's called.
That's a PBS. That's the one. .sh is a PBS script. Just run it.
Oh. I thought it had the .pbs.
Oh, it doesn't. Running.
It's in the queue. It's terminate, or no. What's T stand for?
Good question.
I know QW is queued. R is running.
QW is queue waiting.
Well, yeah, but.
Queue is queue, but it's some in the process of submitting.
Mm.
There's like a DR that means it's in the process of terminating.
E means ending. Maybe it's error. I don't know.
Could be. Did it go?
Yeah, it's running. Oh, it ended.
Shit. Okay. Well, then that's it. That's all I got.
Oh.
'Cause that's what you thought.
Oh, wait. What the heck? Did that actually work?
Yeah.
There's no way that finished. Yeah. It didn't finish.
Then you're out.
Yeah.
You're out car.
Yeah. This isn't what the ending should look like.
Is it still running? Check
It's
your,
like,
check your dot out. Or it's not dot out. This time it's probably VASP-chain dot out.
mm. Yeah, and aborted. Or, wait. No, yeah.
Is it this? It's error.
Yeah.
It's the same one.
Yep.
Okay. Because in the middle of that, I got the same thing.
Yeah, I got that right at the beginning.
Okay, then that did not stop. And I tried looking in the USD website, and they have what looks like a really good website, but
Yeah.
and it's not helpful on the site. Over the CCAS one is much better.
Yeah. National Web has a good one.
It's good. And their cluster probably doesn't kick out a bunch of jobs all the time, rather than just
Probably not.
kill them. Did I tell you 40 jobs were killed? 40 of my BM
Again?
They were just sitting in the queue, and then they all just were not in the queue. So,
What?
So I have to go find them all recently.
So what are you doing now?
That's what I was doing with the first one.
Oh.
No, I'm because he's coming anywhere else, so I have to remember what I need to ask him.
Let me get rid of these core files.
Yeah, those things are pieces of garbage.
Yeah. I wonder if this would work. There's something in the directory.
What would you do?
The one that Dimitri copied to me.
What's the name? It's just using default. It's not
Mhm. True.
Also, that's S1
Mm-hmm.
instead of slime thing.
Yeah.
I didn't think USD was using staff because we've been using Q7 and QStat.
True.
So, oh, it said Haswell. That's a nurse job. Well, he said you nurse. Nurse is
Oh.
great.
Probably can't use that.
He said for the production, we use nurse.
How do we get on theirs?
I also asked him that question.
Did he give an answer?
many atoms is that? So somewhere around 406. Mine's 406, and I was doing it. Not 406.
I'm lazy, so I'm gonna add them up in the calculator.
Well, it was like 200, 250.
No, it's not.
It's 168. 300.
300 and something. Yeah. 342.
So we have about the same number of atoms.
Yeah. Plus or minus about 100.
What is M? Memory allocation 8192M megabytes. So it,
Probably.
I don't know what count.
Yeah. It's just trying capital G. Just
You think it would recognize
Students.
I don't know. Actually, no, probably not, because if you're using 8,000 megabytes, that's the same as like 8 gigabytes.
Yeah, but I'd much rather give it in gigabytes than megabytes.
Same.
I'm trying to. See, but if they're using torque, then these commands to the system should look like this, where they have # PBS
Right.
instead of # $.
Do you think that's why?
Well, I don't know. Well, no, because it worked for this one.
Right.
Because the output is math change out. So, I mean, it must understand. Whatever, I'll just try G. 32G. I also don't know what mem3 and vmem is.
I don't know. Just made a couple. Right.
Yes. All clear? You need to go.
Same
Hmm.
same error.
Yes, please.
So it works with G, I guess. But
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna try optimizing it.
Yes, right now we're only used. When I will give. How we can use it because there's so many tools. No, no, yes. No, you never write passwords. But it stays with you.
Was it the same as last time?
Yes.
Hopefully.
Yeah. with the first circle. It's good. It's good. Any, anyone, they should be ready to cast. Yeah. What is it?
The one that you sent a while back. You talked
This.
I uploaded it to here. How to scars.
Hey, what should we do? I need to minutes.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Just do what we should.
Yep. My brain's not
Bless you, bless you,
functioning.
bless you.
My brain's not functioning today. Yeah.
Thought I had gotten mine before I did.
Shame.
Yeah. Is yours working?
No.
Just
Now it begins. Does yours work?
An optimization I did on a different structure.
Oh yeah.
Adams was in this. Oh, only 99. Of course that worked. The Xdata holds optimization changes to it. Maybe try to look at that.
Ah.
I think it does.
I don't know. Yeah, there's something in there. Oh, card doesn't have anything though. Just how much you want using the GUI in January? Screw that. Just use that for the draw.
Or didn't optimize to something that I want.
It's not gonna work. No, it's not. Those have to be covered. That is the massive bomb.
You're a massive dog.
What are you doing? Oh, crap. That's not-
This is a interesting view. This is only a routine interested view. It's a because you.
Delete something. Material science within them and check to see if that works. So I'm basically just making it much smaller, making the ligands much smaller.
Yeah, but you're gonna lose more electronic difference.
True.
You're ruining the system. I'll just wait and see what he says.
Okay. I mean, I kept the original file anyway, so.
Because the problem is obviously memory. So just once we figure out how to increase the memory allocation for sure.
Yeah.
Both of them probably should be fixed.
sucks. It's just, it's too, it's three. Yeah.
Looks I took out like the modified benzene rings and just replaced it with a carbon or hydrocarbon. Fewer atoms.
I'm still trying to get over the memory issue.
Yeah.
But now you just changed the system.
I don't know. I just want to check to see if it runs, but
I mean, you should be able to keep, you should be able to add more stuff to the outside.
Right.
Still have it running.
well, 'cause I mean 340 atoms isn't a lot.
But you have to remember too, it's not really the ligands that are causing it, it's the enzymes. does it. They have a lot of electronics sitting inside. All the metals that make your
Oh,
outside.
yeah.
So deleting the outsides is much less beneficial for them right now. Inside. But now if you start deleting inside, you're screwing up the whole.
Right. Well, yeah, I wasn't gonna delete the inside. Because, I mean, there's not even that many atoms on the inside.
That's why this memory thing will just be an easy fix.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everything's fine?
Well, we're both having the same memory issues now. So neither of us can run those jobs. So we'll end up with
Why WASP chain? Chain is for chain-wise execution of several instances of WASP, one after another.
why is this output file called that? Well, this is one of Yulan's scripts that he gave. So I asked him about this too. Oh, yeah.
50. No, 8. Okay, just bring me to the command line.
50 gigs. Trying to pick any after 54 from CCAS for every job. Every implementation.
That's was much more. How many? Are you doing the first test run? Make a test run on smaller system.
I've
To
done
see
it.
it works.
Yeah, I've done smaller ones. But this run right here, because
Wait,
I added the second layer.
So for the smaller model, everything works successfully.
98 atoms or something.
Yes. So you do see molecular dynamics. You see reaction. Did you analyze?
Well, I haven't done that far because
No, try the
you
whole.
want me to analyze everything too.
Do the whole procedure first and make sure that you can do it. Then go to the next layer. But I will give additional resources. But do get stuck with size of the system. Make sure that you can do a small test, that you know the procedure, so that for bigger systems you will be it is much more creative activity of working on your velocities. So,
Yeah, usually you would.
freezing something.
Yeah.
I chose some key ones to freeze from the second layer. So
Basically, you don't want to do that.
elongate stability.
Okay, but please try to do the whole procedure trying this impact on the small models. Okay.
Yeah, I know how to do that.
But
I just need to go
I
look
want to
at
see
it.
movie how this do you see the reaction because it's very small. There's no reason to go to the big one.
See, Rogers had the opposite.
For experiment, you don't care how big it is. Here, if you frame
But his
I'm
thing.
not talking about you.
Yeah, no, I understand. But his idea, not idea, but mindset is that you have to incorporate the second or third layer stuff as well. Because you,
Of course.
I know.
Yeah, okay. First test for the simplest possible. It is not for probably breaking discoveries. It is just to check the protocols. So just make sure that you have at least one reaction successful.
I was having the same issue as him, and I've been, I guess, working on the smaller system.
So you have it. You have something.
This is for, I think, for the old one,
What do
or
you
for
mean?
the one that was in the directory that you had given.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried running script, or I tried running VAST to optimize it, and I kept getting the segmentation thing that Braden was getting. I can't. Yeah. Yeah, our car's
Oh.
empty. Yeah.
It was empty here?
It,
Or
yeah.
you did try to run here?
I tried to run here.
No, no. For each new run, create a new directory. If you need to run 1,000, then create 1,000 directories. Because
Mhm.
when you run again in previous directory, you damage the run over.
Yeah,
Something they deleted.
I created a directory in the directory that you had given me and copied everything into there,
Okay.
so it's a new directory.
So, for later, so I will offer you resources that will be beneficial to you. You are going to go to spring the new opportunity of A or B.
Mm-hmm.
Very committed for senior citizen computer code reduce fixed needs inside the command.
Okay. Okay.
But
Yeah.
if you do smaller systems, then check your
Okay.
On that topic though, how much memory is available on the USB system if you wanted to use all the possible memory? Well, I mean, like,
they have very bad arrangement of interconnected nodes. So what is designed to run between several nodes, not all CPUs in one node, many nodes, but they do not solve this problem at all.
okay, so if you just wanted to use one node, then it would take a long time, but would it work then? Probably.
Yep.
Okay.
Two.
Start.
What folder do you have all the like the postcard stuff in?
Postcard or podcasts?
Podcast, sorry, podcast.
~potentials.
Okay.
It's like you are kidding. You're running from different facility.
I just got a brand new couch.
We try to squeeze. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
So my parents are selling their house and moved to an apartment over here. While they build a new house.
Yeah.
Well, they just found an apartment that they like, so they're gonna take it.
Yeah.
Which is like gonna be right off Broadway.
Okay.
It means it's a smaller apartment.
Huh?
And this brand new couch we just bought a month ago. Doesn't look like it will fit in this apartment.
So you get a nice couch.
So my mom calls me, it's like, so do you want a new couch? So I might have just got a brand new couch.
Yep. I mean, just do it.
I remember this last year at this time too.
Yeah,
Oh, there's just allergies?
yeah, during the
Okay.
spring and the fall, it gets me.
I couldn't imagine trying to create lab reports like this.
It sucks.
I actually do have a question though. The spectrum one isn't what it's supposed to be either. Do you know what that is supposed to be? I had all of them pulled up.
That question didn't make sense.
I didn't hear it. What was it?
That's supposed to be
Oh yeah, splitting them up's gonna be easy. All I gotta do is take the old file, you know, one of them, save it as a different file. I was gonna make it much more complicated than it needed to be.
As always,
What?
as always.
Yeah. That's why I'm a physicist.
So you're in charge? Yeah, it should be.
Have your. No. Like, you do?
I just go like 0 to 10. It's gonna make you a lot.
And then we might get your taxi done. It's supposed to do it soon.
No.
I know that's
Which mean?
Andrew has his schedule. Yeah. Well, Andrew basically has no ideas. Yeah. Because parents. And it's Andrew nonetheless. We all know we probably at a certain time.
how exporting doesn't work. Aren't you special?
I feel.
I have to go through long, freaking takes forever. That's always laggy.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Are you kidding? I cannot.
Okay, good. I don't know. Okay. I was like, yeah, but, yeah.
reference links to, or at least not currently.
What about the June? Ordinance at the beginning of
Yes.
like G, 1000 G.
Do I not even need those?
G, 1000.
Wait, no.
So I don't know if some of you have plans to finish at 7 and go home, but let's say I send you something in your directory. Just inspect it, and inspect files first. Do not run because it is a huge system. So there are several goals. Ideally, it would be great to launch molecular dynamics, either thermalized or for collision. If it doesn't work, keep trying. Do not postpone it to the next Wednesday session. Disturb me by emails. I will be. I'm very excited to help and look. We are doing everything in one directory temporarily right now, specifically in order so that we can help each other, especially I can help. And after you have all your troubleshooting done, then you can migrate your project into independent account. If you need to go, but you want to do something, the minimal thing is to repeat stuff that you are doing for homework for your model, like making density of state, spectra, think of it, analyze it. If it has sense from your scientific intuition, make anion, cation, spin polarized. If not, do not do it. You are adults. Right? Do not do a stupid effort. Next, before we go to additional practical skills to use of software, there will be one more administrative step. As soon as I get report that everyone is able to run some minimalistic job and the model is ready, we will make an effort to arrange you an access to National Supercomputer in Berkeley. So I will prepare a little show how to apply to it, how to get approved, and how to run jobs. The scripts and commands to run WASP software will be a little bit different, but the overall idea is the same, and you'll be able to use your input files. My dreams and hopes were to do it today, but it looks like we are approaching the end of promised 2 hours time. But I'm giving you heads up to think about it. I'm giving myself heads up to give an announcement, because this Berkeley supercomputer is not super crazy about security, but still there is some level of caution. And they are doing screening a couple of days. Maybe they're not doing, but they're waiting for like 3 days before the account is open. And I'll instruct you where to send application, and then they will read your application and check on you whether I indeed encourage you to do so. And after I answer yes, they will open. And you will, of course, sign some forms that you're not planning to do bad things.
Nuclear missiles and stuff.
No, it's not.
It's not like the MATLAB one?
That you're not. If you're doing really bad things, people will find you really quick. It's something much less harmful, that you're not going to use your calculations on National Research Facility to open your company and get rid of benefits, something like this.
Oh, okay.
To get the cesium plot car file, should I go to C_S or CS_SV?
CS_SV.
Okay. Should I always be doing the SV if there is one of those?
For cesium. If there is a without underscore, use without underscore.
Okay.
So, these strange underscores are for crazy atoms with a lot of valence electrons or subvalence electrons.
Oh.
And some people like to use, like for cesium, not only last valent electron that is participating in chemical bonds, but next shell. But then the calculation becomes really heavy, and if possible, it's better to avoid it, especially if you do not have X-ray excitations like LEED or whatever. Then maybe one electron for alkaline metal is sufficient. Okay, if you have plans to depart, do not torture yourself. Just formally, you're done. I'll give the next announcement on lecture tomorrow regarding the projects, and I'll try to think whatever I can do to facilitate a quick turnaround of the projects. Okay. Formal meeting is done, but if you want to stay, feel free. I will be here for a little period of time.
Oh my. Freaking hate when space is
Space is always.
It's kind of, it depends on the
Get too
day.
much tired.
I do.
Yes, I wish you safe drive.
Well, like,
So you have at least
it's
3
just
more
like
meetings
over-the-counter
this semester.
anti-allergy pills, like Claritin, basically. I mean, I have Benadryl too, but like,
Yes.
that doesn't usually seem to do anything.
Yes. And send me a reminder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Send me a reminder so that I know which address.
Yeah, it's really
to send.
annoying.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Professor.
But what do you do?
Nice to meet you. Shall I leave this like this?
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
Okay.
Next time you will close everything.
Thank you very much.
Alright, you ready?
I don't know where I'm at. I feel like I'm not.
Here goes. I'm gonna check to see if this job comes.
So we need to make
It doesn't. Exactly.
What did you do? What have you done?
I split the system up into silicon and silver. I'm writing the silicon for it now.
So you just have a ball of one and a ball of the other in 2 separate files? How many atoms was the?
160.
Yeah, I had one run that was 98, so
Okay.
but you have a lot more electrons. So.
True. That doesn't. Balls. Guess what happened?
What happened?
It failed.
For the same reason?
No.
That's a good solution.
Yeah. Something with
did the
NPI.
first job.
I've gotten this error before.
Try running with one node instead.
What is it?
Uh,
Okay, and you can do it twice.
Yeah, I'm
But
just-
what you, if you have student rooms, does it fit you as well? Or as a
Concord?
Concord. You used to learn how to run molecular dynamics without heating.
Okay.
Or you can do nominal heating for very, very short time, generate a contract, then don't establish a little bit anyway.
Yeah.
It's boring, but without it, you will.
How well do you or Aaron know? How good does Aaron or you know how to do molecular dynamics?
They know very well how to do molecular dynamics, but they are not very familiar with this catalyst collisions.
Okay.
Right, and I just need more.
Okay.
What reasoning not to do heating? What
You,
motivation?
okay. You can do nominal heating.
I was going to heat everything but what I wanted to.
No, you can even heat everything. But if you want to reach catalytic reaction conditions through heating, you need to exaggerate temperature. You need to do whatever 3,000 Kelvin, or you need to run in molecular dynamics for like 10 nanoseconds, which with ab initio we cannot do.
This is the tunneling argument?
Huh?
This is the tunneling argument?
No. Tunneling,
Okay.
we will not touch tunneling argument in the rest of this course. Not possible. But yes, same logic. Tunnel, yes, I agree. Tunneling argument. But we are not going to do tunneling. Yes. So, but we do want to allow system to explore phase space in the vicinity of reaction. So instead of evolution theory, we are going to
I'll
try
do it
creation.
now.
So instead of waiting until they randomly bump into red spot, we will create initial conditions that will facilitate bumping during like next 20 seconds.
Okay.
So in this sense, we do not need heating. But on the other hand, we need heating for the, and I'm going to explain why. If you have just optimization contour, it has only segment for coordinates of all atoms. But if you have started heating, it creates segments for momentum, for velocities. Instead of doing this nominal heating, you can just create this chunk 0, 0, 0, 0. But robots and computers exist to do job instead. So the nominal heating needed is needed just to create this homogeneous chunk of zeros, or maybe little deviations from zeros. And then you count, the atom number 10 is oxygen from the molecule that needs to bond. I go to the segment for velocities from momentum, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, and set up non-zero velocity in axis 0. Menu. This is very simple. You do not need to study at college to do it. But it needs sober attention. You may even draw a diagram on the paper, look at print your model, measure the angle, and sometimes if your model is not aligned, literally in z direction above your line. If it is, then you just make z projection. If it is not, you may need to non-zero components around like y and z, so that it impacts it. So it is a simple thing that high school or even middle school should be sufficient, but you need to be careful. If you miss, then it could just fly by and you will get up this. So you could generate.
Yeah.
So I guess I didn't understand the heating plan. I thought you would need to heat, so in my instance, right, so you kind of the macro cycle. I thought I was going to try to heat that and then add the other 3 atoms with some velocity to the already heated system.
What do you mean add velocity to 3 atoms that already exist there, right?
Well, or that.
Yes. You do not want to modify the system after you have heated it.
Okay.
When you when you run VASP, it does create analog of check file, like wavecar and charge. But when you run it, when you create new directory, copy everything from previous one, it reads. Well, of course, when you do the next run, it erases some useful materials. But if you copy it, or if you do everything in one directory, it inherits wavecar and charge car, and doesn't spend time on achieving first conversions. So it starts from a good starting point, and especially for big systems, it goes much quicker. Make sense?
Okay, so then changing the velocities is what I should do? But
Yes,
heat
yes.
for a bit with every atom in there and then just change those.
For systematic study, you can do this without heat. You can heat to different temperatures, but you'll see that it doesn't affect outcome of simulation substantially. It will be very minor effect. When you set up impact parameter, you assign velocities that will be much higher than the average temperature. You will combine.
But even, well, I'm more concerned with the rest of the atoms in like the heme ring. If they have initially 0, they might react differently than if they were heated to some temperature.
It is a good scientific question to answer. But first, before you do science, you debug the protocol. You make sure that your instrument is working.
Okay.
If you can't make it work, then there is no reason to go further and try to dream about anything else.
I'm getting the
I do too much too quickly.
Yeah.
Profile.
I'm trying to go in and see all the positions.
Yeah, I mean, I submitted all my jobs, but they're gonna all do that. Yes, anyway.
And it's better to relax in the instruments.
Okay.
Still have at least
Do you know why
some-
it's
Yeah.
doing this? So like I'm using the Tink to VASP thingy, and adjust 1 and adjust 2 for the X and Y are working fine, but adjust 3 is not showing anything.
First of all, you're missing a file. The post output file is not in
I do, I think it's gorgeous.
I don't know if that's listed in your problem, but I would say try that first.
Oh.
Okay, so basically what I did is I changed.
Did I seriously? I was freaking looking at the PowerPoint. I still forgot it.
Well, I don't know if that's the answer to your question, but try it again with that first.
Yeah. Yep, that worked.
Okay.
No wonder it was telling me postcard didn't exist.
There's some minimum So you submitted, did you try different work or you just was using
I have made. I haven't made. I just haven't submitted.
you be able to do it from not from home or something like that?
Yeah, I just this units.
Exhaust.
Yeah. No problem. And then I just have a question for that. Unless you gave us I guess a meeting for Tuesday next week, so I don't have one already. Unless you made the date on there wrong.
This
Meeting number 12.
coming Friday,
Yeah,
Jack,
then you're heading
you'll
out.
speak about Jason.
What's up?
You heading out?
I just wanted to know if you had it there next
But
meeting.
What a weenie.
we are not editing.
What a weenie.
Oh,
I know.
So it is.
I'm tired of being a little college boy though. I wanna be a real boy.
Oh, cute.
So minimum single point. This.
That's not
What do you
really
mean?
shit.
I know, but I.
You here?
It's too much, I forget.
Oh.
Single point, you know what you like, just
That was
outside.
so funny when she was like outside.
Okay, yes.
Like, it is A and B.
Yeah, and then.
And
Apparently
A
she was outside.
Yeah.
You like Germany?
Definitely,
I thought she was in the community.
Yeah, I know.
And because it is a teach system,
No, but I don't want. I was supposed to send her stuff a week and a half ago and just didn't. I mean, she has talked to me since.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Cause it's so
In my defense, I was working on it. My defense, I was working on it as she was standing on it, but still.
Oh man.
The only reason at all, I mean, I did it for 3 years, so.
because the size of the system.
Okay, okay, anyways, so just do that and then do
Just, let's discuss it. This will take time. Do you don't work the church?
My jobs are.
no.
Just like.
Are they running slowly?
Yeah, I set them to optimize for 1,000 steps. Or NSW 1,000.
But if they reach version 2,
Yeah, I know.
then they might already be optimized for suddenly nothing.
Yeah, I can check the outcar file.
I spin 1 or 2.
1. Should I do zero?
Silvers use what? An odd number of electrons, right? So if you had odd numbers together, it might be an odd number.
Yeah.
So it might be an unpaired electron. So you use those two, right?
I don't know how to determine those.
When in doubt, I spin 2.
Okay.
That's what he said.
Oh.
But if you have an odd number of electrons, then you can spin equals 1/2 system, it's like balanced state.
Right.
You have a double system. Therefore, you need to spin equals 2.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I like just don't. I don't know how to like choose any of these parameters.
I guess my presentation wasn't good.
I mean, like, no, I know like what it means. I just don't know how to like choose them. It's kind of similar to the K points.
Oh, it's so much easier than K points. K points are much harder.
I mean, but my presentation was on K points, so I have more experience with that.
But this is stuff that's easy. Just always I spin equals 2 if you use metal and stuff.
Oh, true. That means I need more K points.
No.
I'll just start with 1 K point for now.
No, you don't need. You shouldn't ever use more than 1 K point for your system.
But they're metals.
That has nothing to do with K points. I remember you saying this. Metals for periodic things, you need many more K points.
True. It's an isolated molecule, so you don't need any.
Exactly.
Right.
Different situation. Right?
Yeah.
So your whole presentation was garbage for you.
Of course.
Hey man, I didn't choose it.
Yeah.
Are you doing optimization for it?
Yeah.
What I do have a question on is, do you do I spin equals to 1 or 2? It's not listed in this MD file. But for local dynamics, do you do I spin equals 1 or 2? Is
I
that a
don't
thing?
think so. Yeah, that'd be a good question for me to not answer.
I have a really quick question. For molecular dynamics, do you ever specify I spin equals 2?
Yes, if you do meta-organic complexes, you need.
Okay.
Hmm.
I was just, okay, because
If you, for open shell, if you forget about the spin, results can be drastically different, drastically wrong.
All right, yeah. I was just curious because it wasn't in the sample script or the sample income. But yeah, do a dumb question. Sorry.
Oh, but I don't know what the number of electrons is, so I need to do the I spin equals 1 first.
I spin equals 1, I spin equals 2 won't change the
True. Yeah, it's just the test charge. I got that from your presentation.
Which one?
Test charge.
Oh, just that exercise?
Mhm.
Yes, yes. Yes.
I mean, there's no reason to stop your...
I know, yeah, I'm not gonna stop it.
But I'm saying, yeah, you should probably start more with I spin equals 2. And you can already check how many electrons there are, so you can start all your stuff. With
Oh,
the beginning
right,
of the out
right.
card specifies the number of electrons. So you can just
Yeah.
check that real quick.
Okay. Probably noticed I'm not good with fast.
I like Gauss so much more than I like Gaussian now.
I mean, so do I, but I'm not good with it. Slabs was easy enough, but
In this W equals 10,000. I count
647 electrons.
Okay, so,
10
so,
equals
uh,
too much.
is there anything else that's expected? Like, is there,
Too
do I
much
wait
since
till
I can
it's
restart it
like
from my
instructor other computer?
That's why I just 1,000 instead of 10.
So, I'm not gonna have as much as I also say.
Alright, I got 4 jobs right now.
How it looks myself. Okay.
We know we stopped in land and day on.
Wait, what?
I'm kidding.
I guess I'll do that. And, yeah.
What else what could be achieved? It's just an MTH. Right now here we have 6 strands.
Yeah, this is gonna take a while.
You're gonna take
I know. Are you doing science fun night this year? April 24th. It's a Tuesday. I'm guessing Alan's gonna cancel math methods.
It is
cancel or cut short?
Cancel, because he has to help move all of the stuff over.
Okay, so since it's single point, I'm literally just looking for energy. Yeah, so single point can be
Probably gonna
amplified.
take a while. I probably should have used it before MSW value.
What?
I can definitely
I don't know.
Were you able to run? Just one reaction.
Well, not to completion, but
I got my optimizations going.
Okay,
Yeah, for single particles.
okay, excellent. So the resources of the cluster were sufficient for you?
Yep. Yeah, I had to specify that I wanted 8 processors, but yeah, it worked.
Excellent.